phase between Clutch Guild and Tamago. Let's sit out to see what's being thrown out as far as Van Siniel. No surprise right there, guys.
That's right, because Senior here has very good engaging and responsibility that can actually help in team fights of whichever goes into favor.
Yeah, one thing that's been very popular since Season 1, when we noticed during the MY and SG, is that the Arduin pick, but now it slowly seeps in to the drafting of CG, which is the only Philippine team that actually drafted Arduin based from yesterday. But Joker getting banned, which means so much respect here on their mid lane.
That's right, and we can also see Kilgrath for banning, because if you have noticed that Kilgrath already have buffs this recently, that's why maybe the reason they had to see that, oh, maybe they can use this, so might as well ban it.
And looks like, let's see what picks are being thrown out, because the constant ban that we've been seeing during the Philippine Nationals yesterday is actually going to be seeing play for our very first game. Clutch Guild instantly locking in that Superman. What do you guys have to say about this particular pick going through?
I'm actually very surprised that was let through, because yesterday it was not let through at all during our local grand finals. So seeing Superman being insta-pick, it just means Tamago is confident enough to face a Superman composition. It just means that they're prepared for it. And Tamago has been known for their surprise last picks here for their mid. I believe they're the ones that only picked Ignis during their national qualifiers.
That's right. I think this is Superman's time to shine right here. But here we have the Clutch Guild have Alice and Valor. Well, it's also new that they have the Prada in their hands, but we can also see the Prada teamfights in Clutch Guild during last night, right?
Yeah, they use it very effectively. It's very good with sieging. Zeph is also a very key pick. Actually surprised it made it this far. But we did mention the Ignis pick. They're actually hovering it right now. And this is what we've been talking about.
Those are the picks right there. We'll be heading off to the Antares battlefield in just a bit. But before we send it over to our casters, ladies, very quick predictions. Who do you want to win this first match, and what's the score going to be?
You're tearing me apart here. But just because I see Superman in the hands of Clutch Guild, which has been trapped in the batting phase for so long in this competition, I'm gonna say Clutch Guild. What about you?
I'm gonna go for Clutch Guild, because I really want to see what's gonna happen with there's gonna be a Superman here right now.
Well, I'm gonna have to go against the grid here. I'll say Tamago. Let's send it over to our casters to see what their thoughts are. I believe it's gonna be Marco and Vulcan that are lead fray for this game, so take it away, guys. All right, we're just waiting for things to settle up at the caster desk. So yeah, how about we do quick reasoning on why you guys particularly went for Clutch Guild? Was it because, were you guys convinced from last night's performance?
It's actually really new to me because the way that they managed to have an epic comeback with those games, it really had me startled back there. And of course, let's support Philippines.
How about Rico? Quick thought, one sentence.
Quick thought, Clutch Guild, because they're very used to best of 5 series. And they look pretty well. The momentum is on their side from winning last night, so I guess that's a good boost of morale.
Alrighty then, so I think Marco and Vulcan are ready to take the stage, so we'll go ahead and send it over.
So thank you so much for that, Arctic. My name is Vulcan. With me is Marco. Your shoutcasters entering the first match for the grand finals for the AOV Season 2 Valor Cup. So, like as Arctic and the analyst scouts said, we are going to be seeing something interesting games here, especially the fact that the Superman has been left open.
I'm so excited to see Superman in this game. Barely does this character get to play in Arena of Valor simply because he's quite strong. I'm also interested in the picks from Tamago. You know, we have that Ignis, we have that Lindis. These two characters don't see a lot of competitive play, mostly because most teams tend to pick the same really high-tier characters. I'm really interested to see in what Tamago has innovated and what cool strategies we'll see in this game.
You know, when it comes to this type of games, Marco, you gotta hand it to the crowds here. Cheering here at Motivation Live Arena. So a huge shout out to everyone watching upstairs. But note that we still have some chairs left open. So if you ever get tired of standing up, you know, you can just come in and sit down.
I mean, please come down so you can see the action. close up and personal. We are very excited to see this matchup. I watched a lot of Clutch Guild's games yesterday. In fact, we casted some of them, right? And it was very interesting to see these guys pull off that comeback. And I can't wait to see what mechanical skill and excellent strategy they will bring into this game. Yesterday, they were quite aggressive with their strategies, you know, picking those team compositions that made use of one mage as well as 4 off tanks to do their strategy. However, now it seems that they've deviated a bit from there and they've had the more typical strategy of having characters like Malik and Alice on their team.
So before we load up to the battlefield, so once again, guys, this is going to be match 1, a best of 5 series in a round robin format. So the representative from the Philippines, Clutch Guild, actually made it here. Yesterday, we actually had the finals, the PH national qualifiers, where CG, you gotta hand it to them. If you didn't watch the games, it was actually a reverse sweep. So something that I feel like match 1 is going to be exciting to look at. So I hope that all of us are tuned in, especially you, Marco, because I think when it comes to international games such as, let's say, the grand finals of the Valor Cup Season 2, it's something worth watching.
Yeah, it's something worth watching, especially with the hunger that we feel from CG right now. Remember, in Valor Cup Season 1, they absolutely lost to Will New Era. But then yesterday, they came back with a vengeance and absolutely took that title for themselves. Now they're in the slot. Now they're in the international tournament. And we'll see how they stand up against the representative, Tamago.
So what are your thoughts on this? Because Tamago, coming from the respective region, now entering the setup in the grand finals. So you gotta hand it to the players here, Marco, without a doubt that they came all the way here in the Philippines to play on stage, not for their own prize pool, but also to display their talents, their skill, and also give us a great show here live at Motivation Arena.
I mean, Singapore represent, right?
Represent.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So I'm really excited about this matchup. I'm not exactly sure how things will go. What are your predictions?
I'm hoping it's not going to be another, as we saw last night, everyone, a reverse sweep. It can happen because this is a best of 5 series. Whoever reaches the 3 points will be taken away. So you can expect maybe CG, they may play the long game that we saw last night. But who knows? I mean, I'm no psychic, Marco, but it all comes down to how they execute everything in the battlefield as we are now loading up to our match 1, Clutch Guild versus Tamago.
So this is Arena of Valor, everyone. Early game is important. Even before the minions get to the middle of the lanes, the players must make a play. Will we invade? Will we not invade? Will we play defensive? And it seems CG is going to invade and be very aggressive right now.
Careful right there. Lubo almost got caught there. 4 members immediately spotted there. Now making their way to the red side. They see the Thane tries to back up. They're trying to secure their Might Golem, but CG, they invaded their spot. Now putting out Ellis. He does back away. The Might buff has been taken away by Tamago.
So it might have seemed like blue team got an advantage there. CG got the Might Golem, but remember that Tamago also got the Might Golem in the bottom lane. It was basically an even trade, both of these teams deciding to invade and essentially mirror each other's plays. Now it's all going to be about how these supports support their middle lanes. Are they going to be able to roam and gank the enemy mid laner in order to give their ally an advantage?
So when it comes to invade, Marco, I think it's worth pointing that the Might buff has fallen all in favor of Tamago. They've successfully invaded and taken their own buff, but now the question is how can CG recover from this, because we all know, let's face it guys, it's not an AoE game when you don't see buffs being taken away.
I mean, an invade's an invade, right?
Yeah.
If you're playing at such a high skill level, you have to get the earliest advantage as you can. Arena of Valor is a fast game. Don't expect games to last 20 minutes. It's about high octane action, and we see right now that Ryoma is here with the buff, and it's very important.
Looks like that's going to be a pick up there. Alice tries to back off, leading Rai's team. You see that's going to be the first blood. Immediately taken away by Clutch Guild. But now Alice backed up against the wall here. 4 members piling up. What a double kill going to the Superman. That's what you want.
This is why we banned this character, right? you don't let them get Superman because he's quite powerful at these skirmishes, especially in the early game, actually at every point in the game. The amount of CC and damage this character can output is absolutely crazy at every single point in the game. However, we might have to be careful. Tamago still has Tainted One's Lindis to depend on. Remember, late game, once this character has enough of her items, she can absolutely just destroy entire teams by herself.
And LYL on this Preda waiting in the brush. Maybe can go for some bursts, but they see Alice again, out position. They trying to pin him against the wall. He gets stunned up, tries to back up. There's the Ignis for the support. Now we're seeing Jason closing in with the Lubu. Okay, bit of a calm waters here, Marco. They're not gonna go anything more. Looks like CG, they're eyeing more secure on the blue side. Ignis spots them out there. Now they're going in with the Superman. They're going in the two members. There's the stun. XCD overstep. They're going in for the pin there. Preda with the first skill. Amazing burst again.
Black's Alice has been very useful this game. That hissy fit allowed them to disengage very effectively. Their team might seem like it's really good at team fights because they have the Malok, but remember, the Malok was not there, and Superman had already expended his flight mode skill, meaning that he didn't have a lot of CC and couldn't contribute very well. So this is very important to understand that at the late game, we might see Tamago aim for those team fights because they have the huge CC capabilities of Ignis backing up Tainted One's Lindis, who can swipe the entire team. So CG will want to have those small skirmishes, try to pick people off because they have highly mobile heroes like Superman, and they have the crazy ganking cheese potential from the Preda.
The fact that we're seeing Thane, Alice, always being picked off, they're trying to go for the invade. It's a great option they go for, but now they're focusing on two Black. Alice is there, Superman engaging in. That's a great two-man stun there by the Alice, and now they're engaging onto Alice. He's trying to back away, low on health, going on the tower. You see XCD charging up the bar. It's now in flight mode, so maybe CG can go for a dive here because they're 3 members strong against 2. But thinking something's up, so they just quickly disengage.
This is very interesting because the Abyssal Dragon's about to spawn. So CG is now trying to control this portion of the map in order to give themselves space to take the Abyssal Dragon. However, Tamago sees that and they're not giving CG the room to breathe, and they might find a flash here.
Format shield engage. XCD lands the stun onto the Lindis. Now you see the Braid that's bursting down. That Lindis forcing out the fight. That's LYL taking the kill. And a double under tower. What a wipe down in the mid lane by CG.
CG is making use of this strategy very well. They were able to get that amazing initiate from Superman and Black's Alice. They were able to split the entire enemy team and then prevent them from casting their abilities, which contributes a lot, especially because they have powerful mage-type heroes like Ignis on the opposing team. If Ignis is not able to cast his spells properly, he won't be able to land that AoE stun, which is a huge part of his team fight potential. This actually gives CG a huge advantage, going 5-0 in the first 5 minutes of the game. Absolutely disgusting. We see the aggressive clutch guild that we saw last night, and I'm really happy to see them representing our country.
Looks like we're seeing the same CG as Marco said previously last night, where they had such a clean game going back to the reverse sweep, but now can TMG come out and do something about this? Because the kill score is 5-0, right? You see that they have no casualties. They're taking away everything. They're taking away the Spirit Sentinel and the first Abyssal Dragon, which the second one just spawned right now. I want to see what Tamago can do here, because if they give away the second one, CG at this point, having a good GOAT lead, can further establish that lead.
It seems that Tamago is going to take the Abyssal Dragon while a team fight happens at top.
Under tower, 6-on-1 gets stunned. They're reaching them out, cracking some shots there. What? LYL going on to Kazesmi. That's going to be so close. He is taken down. Ultimate streak for this Preda. Onto the Thane. An easy pickup for Clutch Guild.
Absolutely disgusting, and this is what I was talking about earlier. CG wants to make use of those small skirmishes to roam around and kill their opponents one by one.
Ryoma taking some turret shots there. 2v1. Can he go for the double? Low in health, and a great wrap up there by Tamago by 813 on this Ryoma to deny the potential double kill from the Superman.
XDD was a bit greedy in that team fight, well, if we can even count it as a team fight. But Superman can't really do much on his own. He needs his team and he needs to stick together with CG.
Oh, three-man stun knock up there by Jason. You see the Predator doing the first kill, third shots here and there. You see the Malik engaging onto the Ignis. Now he's caught in the bad place. Band pin against the wall, stun lock down, 7 was the damage, and that's the Linders taking down the Malik. Tamago fighting back strong. Ryoma gets shot down onto Preda. They don't have the mage, no more damage. This is Tamago's clash.
See, that's what I'm talking about, right? This is what Tamago's key to success is. They need to force those team fights when they have the numbers advantage, especially when Superman doesn't get that initiate. If Superman's not able to go in there and split the entire team apart, you'll see that Tamago's death ball is much more effective than CG's.
I mean, you guys think that, let's say, 5-0 is a great start, but after that small mistake in the mid lane, immediately they pick up the 4 kills there, making the kill score 8-5. Goal lead you see on your screen, just 1K, it's not that much, but note that for Tamago, now they're coming back to this game because they've taken away the second Abyssal Dragon that just spawned a while ago.
See, this is what Arena of Valor is all about. It's not over until the fat lady sings. One team can look like they're dominating, but then suddenly the other team can come back. Any single team fight will matter because of the way the map is made and because of how small it can be. One team can immediately push to the other side.
Oh, LYL overstep. Okay, this is good. Tamago removed the Preda. Now they're focusing onto the Alice. Looks like Black has no escape. Forced to pop that heal. He gets stun locked. Gets taken down by the squad. Tamago. This Ryoma is snowballing into this game.
Seems that Tamago is starting to understand CG's strategy. They know that CG's basically just looking for picks. So if they all stick together, they can get picked.
Great engage from Ellis followed by the Ignis there. Great damage there. Now Tamago is the one going in for the invade there. They're going onto the Zephyrs. They forced to use the ultimate to go in for the re-engage. Made a mistake there. He gets immediately chopped down by the Lindis. Goes in the Malik for the ultimate. No one got knocked up to the air. LYL just falling back from the fountain. Look at Ellis with the thing. Going back to the backline. Going for the engage. He changes his mind. Goes back to his team. Now the Mike Golem has spawned. They will just take this away while CG has lost their red buff.
Seems that CG's losing a bit of their mojo. They can't seem to find the correct team fights they want and they can't get the picks. Tamago's playing really well here because their high-level strategy is identifying what CG wanted to do and countering it.
Great pin again by Tamago there. I mean, the Alice did not have any escape. Now CG, without support, can they afford a team fight here? They have lost the second tier tower. Only the high ground tower remains in the bot lane. Now Tamago eyeing this mid lane for a clutch kill. And having a great start is good, but you gotta end it in a high note. But Tamago is trying to shut the doors.
See, this is what this team's composition is all about. Tamago really depends on that high late game damage coming from their Lindis, and it seems that it's paying off. They see that Lindis now has 5 kills, a lot of kills for a character in this stage of the game, and we can see that this item and gold lead has propelled Lindis to the top of the damage charts. She's now absolutely wiping CG, and CG has to find a way to separate Lindis from her team, or else they won't win.
Great engage again by Alice, but my question is what happened? I mean, before we saw CG leading this game, now we're seeing Tamago reversing everything here as they have started the Dark Slayer. Now they're going to contest and Malik going in with ultimate to steal. Does not happen for CG. Malik will be the prize with the Dark Slayer buff. Alice going in with the Thane ultimate did not connect to any members. They're eyeing Black on this Alice. Now they have no more engaged. The Malik has been removed from this fight.
It seems that CG needs to retreat right now. They're very low on numbers, and the Dark Slayer buff doesn't help their cause.
Look at TMG, look at the Tamago. They know who to focus on. Everyone, you can see here that they're going for LYL. Why? That's the Prayer, that's the glass cannon mage. They're eyeing. Look at the damage that he dealt. They're clubbed up against the wall, tunneled into the lane. This is CG to pick up the members of Tamago! Way to go, CG, for that engage. Despite the Dark Slayer, we don't care! We have Preda getting the double kill!
XDD won that entire team fight for them. He spun around in the bush until he got his flight mode and then used that to expertly flank Tamago. There, he was able to essentially CC Lindis down for long enough to prevent her from doing anything at all during that team fight. And as I said earlier, Vulcan, that's going to be their key to success. They have to separate Lindis from the team. They have to CC her.
Marco, I think we're seeing such a game here that when it comes to CG, I'm thinking that all of us were expecting a game 5 because how the games are being played here. We think that, let's say, Tamago is winning, but no, it's going to be CG bounce back here. It's a back and forth tug of war type of game we're seeing. And what a good way to start a morning, Marco. I mean,
it's
a match
wonderful.
1 that goes best of 5 will make anyone's day.
I can't wait to see how this game ends, and I can't wait to receive their future
Oh my god, did you see XDD just shoving back Alice a bit by bit, and in the end just chunked them down slowly. Now CG, can they afford to lose any more members because they've just lost who? They just lost Ryoma, one of the most fed members, not just him, even the Superman. I mean, XDD did a great job pinning that key member against the wall, not letting him escape, so 2 members have been removed from the match.
Once Superman activates his ultimate, he gets to enter flight mode essentially whenever the heck he wants, giving him infinite CC on any number of people. Tamago has to be very defensive right now. Oh no!
Oh, his defense, great slow! Lockdown from Clutch Girl! Calls in XDD, goes in for the shot from the back line! That's what Tamago did not see coming! XDD, a bit too deep, shots to member to the wall, taking some tower shots. He still survives here, but CG will take away all their towers. Now they're aiming for the dive here. The Ryoma just came back from the fountain. 10 taken down. Lubu, only one remaining here. 2v1. Can he win it? Can he get the double? Red Stallion, last stack. There's the knockout. Royale! For that shot down to shut the doors here. Alice trying to defend the high ground tower. Fails. Ben takes it down.
See, I said Tamago had to be defensive. They were missing both of their tanked members, and they had no way to defend their Lindis. So, once Black and all of the tanks were able to enter the team fight from CG, Tamago had no chance. So they just dove them because they were overextending.
In a way that for Clutch Guild, maybe they're overcommitted towards the base dive, but you can see here that in a way it was pretty worth it. But for Tamago,
beautiful play.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was great because we're seeing Tamago now slowly. It's a race towards that gold lane where it doesn't matter to a certain point, but when it comes to, let's say, towards 20-minute mark, that's pretty long. Kind of doesn't matter anymore. But now it all comes down to pickups.
Yep, it all comes down to whether or not XDD Superman is able to separate the entire team and get those squishy targets dead. The moment Lindis falls, Tamago's entire composition also falls along with her. So CG has to watch out for that, and on the other hand, Tamago has to protect her. They're going to be getting the Abyssal Dragon right now, relatively safe. Again, they have the momentum here. They have the advantage. Tamago is the one falling back and attempting to defend their base, especially since they've lost one of their high ground towers.
That's an easy pickup for Tamago there, getting their 3rd Abyssal Dragon, the 5th one that spawned in this game. Now we're seeing CG slowly pushing out the mid lane in their favor though, so let's see what TMG can do in this contest. It's the, oh wow, that's scary. I mean, the crowd feels it here. I wonder how the players are feeling right now in their stadium. The down, they're going for the dive. You see LYL chucking them down. He cleans it up here. They're going ahead. The crowd erupts as CG are now finishing up the mid lane fight because LYL, someone has to pick him up, but no one can just get into his range because now they're going in hard. TMG going for the re-engage here, but LYL again with the resets. He just gets all the kills to himself. Now the Zephys is going to be the backup here. In the end, the Superman picks up the kill. The high ground tower has been destroyed. The core is exposed. Assess has been Tamago getting aged by CG.
That's going to be the end of this game, and CG's XDD has absolutely dominated the game with the Superman, paving the way towards a win for his team. Superman effectively shoving all the key members of Tamago into his team, effectively CCing the entire enemy team, and effectively splitting them up so that CG can walk away with this victory.